Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here and welcome to a new visual novel game demo that I am doing as per usual because I first found this out on Tumblr and then it finally was on the Itch.io or however you want to pronounce that website's name. So it's already been released for like a couple months now, but you know, I have a backfill of games that I am slowly pushing out. Anyway, this game demo is called Operation Future Domination. Obviously, the vibe from it is very different from what I'm used to. It's a mystery kind of feel behind it where summer is constantly repeating itself. Just quite interesting. But I love how this looks. It's so beautiful. It's already so beautiful. They did have the full screen of settings. There's heat waves in the game, which it's interesting. I haven't messed with that too much, but let's just get started. Oh, I freaked out there because I was like, is it okay? Once again, the smothering darkness is the first thing I ever feel. As soon as consciousness floods back to me, I become acutely aware that I've gotten something important. Who? Who am I? Well, I'm not Ren. Ren's the main character's name, but since we can change our name, it is Michiko. No! Wait, why is the text so slow? Okay, the text is really slow. I need a... Okay, now it's insanely fast. Sorry. Wait, is it like that? Is it supposed to be... Oh god! My mind is getting hazy. I didn't know it was gonna be scary. I don't want scare. God! Guys, I am a total wimp when it comes to scary stuff. How could I have gotten myself into this mess? That time. I only had time if I had left him for dead. What? There's no jump scare in here, there's... Cause I'm about to hit my mic out of my face because I'm adjusting it. It's the usual hot summer day. Oh, that's the heat wave. Ah, okay. I've only just graduated high school, but I already feel so old. Hi, Nicholas. Well, you sure are acting like you're old and creaky. What? You don't feel the same? We're basically adults in the eyes of the world now that we're 18. And after college, we'll have to look for jobs, pay bills, and all that other boring stuff. Wow. What? I didn't know you were worried about these things. I was under the impression that all you ever thought about was finding ways to goof off. I'm joking. Of course, I spent more than enough time with Nicholas? I'm just gonna call him Nicholas, okay? To know that he has a lot of things going on under that tacky hat of his. Not that he shows it very often, though. Look, it might come as a surprise, but I'm actually a very thoughtful person. Yep, that grin on his face makes it extremely hard to believe sometimes. Okay, this heat wave is bothering my eyes. It's like it's... Did it save? Save, bro. Why is it still moving? Oh, okay. Sure. Anyway, I wouldn't say I'm worrying. Yeah, one of the questions the creator had was, how did we like the heat wave effect? It's cool and all, but it's like hurting my eyes. Like, it's giving me a headache. Sorry, I'm just so sensitive like that. I'm just giving the future a thought. I'm sure the idea of doing something like this must seem alien to you. Hey, for your information, I do think about the future, except I'm the type of person to take things one step at a time, that's all. Sure. Nico replies offhandedly, and I'm gonna say Nico, I'm reading it how it looks, and I roll my eyes in response. In the summer, right after we graduated high school. It's the summer, okay. In late August, I'll be going off to an out-of-town university, and Nico will be attending at a local community college. But August is far off. I don't want to even think about it yet. First and foremost, I have the summer break to consider. This whole summer to do whatever I want. All the possibilities. Nico's drawn out sigh snaps me out of my train of thought. Although it should have been a very familiar sound by now. Has the heat gotten to you or something, Nico? You're so low energy today. Practically all you've done is sigh. Maybe the heat has gotten to me. Man, it's so hot. So hot that a heat haze hangs over nearly everything, which makes everything seem as if it were dancing in the sun's blaze and rejoicing in the fact that it was smoldering. Watch long enough and it can drive a person mad, and that doesn't bode well for me and Nico, since for the past half hour we've been doing nothing except stare at cars driving by. You don't have to remind me that it's hot every 10 seconds. I can feel it too. Currently we're sitting on the steps from our apartment complex. This reminds me of the feel of like Hey Arnold. I don't know. The complex has no air conditioning, so I prefer being outside over being cooped up in my stuffy apartment. But even out here in the open, the oppressive heat shows no mercy. I get up on my feet and putting my hands on my hips, I look down at Nico. Look, we're known as the unstoppable duo for a reason, since when has the sun been able to keep us from fun? You have a point. I'm not so old and creaky that the heat will keep me from doing evil. I mean, enjoying myself this summer. Did the time actually change? Wasn't it like 5 earlier? I nod enthusiastically at his response. I'm proud of you, Gramps. I knew you would say that. Age has no say over those who are young at heart. Saying those kind of things will make you the one who sounds old and creaky. Like a granny who's in denial that she's gone all wrinkly. Pfft, whatever you say, but let's get back on track here. We need to think up a way to amuse ourselves. Something worthy of our time. This is one of the rare summer breaks without any school assignments to do. So long summer reading homework and math packets that were deviously intended to take up all summer. We could have been doing so many more memorable things instead, but this summer, the world is our oyster to pry open and check the insides of. More like, if the world was my oyster, I would eat it because I love oysters. Nico makes some gagging noises. Check the insides of. Wow, you couldn't have said that in any better way. My mouth twitches up in a forced smile. Look, blame Shakespeare for the phrase. I just spiced it up a bit. Nico rolls his eyes with a smirk plastered on his face. More like butchered it? I'll bet Shakespeare is rolling in his grave right now. I beseecheth thee to be silent. We're getting sidetracked again. Focus! Alright. So how should we spend our precious summer? Nico makes some thinking noises like he's really working his brain. But he soon starts scratching his head in obvious resignation. Ugh, I can't think right now. My brain's about to melt. I seriously need something to cool myself down. I wipe the sweat from my forehead with my sleeve. Why is she in a jacket? Yeah, ditto. Oh my god, I haven't heard anyone say that word in forever, besides like the Pokemon, you know, but not in a Pokemon form being used. Weird. I'm down to get a popsicle at 7's. What about you? Popsicle. That would so hit the spot. But I'm actually on my last legs here. I don't think I can walk with the scorching heat. Or in this scorching heat. Nico flashes me a wry smile. Go buy a popsicle for me, Michiko, please. Huh? You're telling me to go in the sun on my own and bring back a popsicle for you too? Nico nods and gives me that puppy look of his. Please, Michiko, I'm dying of heat here. I stare at his face with a scowl. Well, he does appear somewhat flushed. If you're my best friend, like childhood friend, no, you're coming with me. This lazy lump, he's trying to take advantage of the situation. I can totally see through his act. He has pulled that puppy look trick over people many times before. You know, that face doesn't work on me, right? You're getting up and coming with me if you want popsicle. As a duo, we're either in this together or on our own. Nico pouts even more. I don't remember having a lazy bum as my partner. I smirk at him while he continues to look at me as pleadingly as he possibly can. Before long, his pouty expression turns into a smirk as well. Oh gosh, sorry, I was like trying to talk while John wants to come out. Cold as ever, I see. Fine, I'll come with you. He extends his hand to me. After I grab it and help him stand, he wipes away the beads of sweat from his forehead. Alright, let's hurry. That popsicle will be my lifeline, and I need it fast. Okay, Gramps. Don't keel over on your way there, though. You would leave me in the dust for watermelon kiwi popsicles without batting an eye, wouldn't you? Not bothering to answer, I begin to walk down the street. Nico lets out a huff through his nose and trails after me. Oh good, the heat wave thing is gone. My eyes were getting so bothered. While Nico and I are waiting in line to pay for our items, Nico turns to me with a mischievous grin. Remember when they used to sell megaphones here during football season? I return and grin with one of my own. Ah, you mean before they took it away because we each got one and had a long karaoke session? They never did put out the megaphones again after that. A snicker comes out of Nico's mouth. Too bad no one wanted an encore, huh? Even though we were giving everyone a free performance and attracting more attention to the store, the manager got really mad at us. But of course, even back in elementary school, no one could stop us while we're on a roll. Oh yeah, we ran around the store and made him chase after us for the longest time, all while shouting in megaphones. Well, how do you pronounce that? I haven't watched anime forever, so I wouldn't know. Can't catch us. Now that I think about it, this probably marked the first deed of the unstoppable duo. A very noble first deed indeed, and very fitting too. The look on his face was unforgettable. Nico attempts to replicate the manager's expression but ends up making an even more exaggerated face, which resembled something between a deformed chipmunk and a constipated baboon. That's kind of funny looking. I tried my hardest to stop bursting into laughter. He looked like he was about to burst a freaking vein. Didn't we run a good 5 laps around the store before he caught us? It would have been 5 more if he hadn't run into me. I playfully tisk him. Nico wags his index finger at me in response. That's because you're running too slowly. Is that so? Then let's have a race back home and settle this once and for all. Bring it on, I guess on, but we're next in line. The sound of someone loudly clearing their throat interrupts our wage of war. It was the cashier. So, y'all ready to pay yet? Don't hold up the line. Nico flashes his self-proclaimed charming smile at her. Sorry, pretty lady, we were just talking about the wonderful selection of items you have here. But I do remember there used to be megaphones for sale. Are they still available? Would love to have a look. Nice try, Nico, but no dice. You almost definitely overheard us. 7-Eleven. As soon as we finished purchasing our popsicle, we pop it in our mouth and savor the sweet flavor and cool sensation. Oh man, that sure hit the spot. I feel my health points regenerating at crazy speeds. Watermelon kiwi never disappoints. Aren't you glad you came with me? If you stayed back, your health points might have plummeted to 0 by the time I got back. Yeah. As usual, you... Noticing my sudden pause, Nico turns around to find out the cause of my surprise. Not too far ahead of us is Leon, slowly walking away from our direction. Nico and I share a tacit glance. He looks familiar. Where have I seen him before? He was in our grade. I hardly ever talked to him since he gave off that antisocial vibe. He was always sticking his nose in a book or some sort. Alright. I look back at Leon. Anyway, doesn't he seem a little off? Yeah, he kind of looks like spooked, like he saw a ghost or something. Huh? What do you mean? He's muttering something to himself, and he's walking pretty unsteadily. See? He's swaying from side to side. Ugh, thinking of Ariana Grande's song again. I remember Leon always seemed to be calm and composed in class. Then why does he look like he's so unhinged right now? Oh, you're right. I guess I didn't pay much attention at first. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? If you're thinking of getting another popsicle, then yes. I shake my head with a sigh. No, I'm thinking we should follow him. To, check if he'll be okay. Dang it, I don't sound convincing at all. What? Since when did you care about other people's well-being? What are you saying, dear Nicholas? Surely you must be joking. Corners of my mouth twitch upward into a smile, but I'm sure the look on my face must be something less than happy because Nico looks away a bit. For the sake of your well-being, it would be in your best interest to refrain from saying such things again. Well, why, thanks for your concern. Yes, aren't I an angel? Suddenly remembering why we were on this topic in the first place, I shift my gaze to see where Leon currently is. Good, he hasn't gone too far yet. I can still see him. Hey, we've wasted too much time talking. We should hurry after him if we're going to get on his trail. I start to quicken my pace, but Nico doesn't do the same. Sorry, but I'll pass. I'm sweating. It's too hot to be out. Following someone to who knows where, let's just head straight home. Come on, Nico. Whatever happened to I'm not so old that the heat will keep me from having fun? I did say that earlier. And look, he's walking in the same direction of my complex anyway, so... If it turns out that he's doing nothing interesting, then we can go home. It's not like we have anything better to do than loitering around. Well, here's what I'm thinking right now. Leon is drunk. Either that or he's not in his right mind. What? Just look at him. Don't you see it? Imagine this. He's been partying too hard after high school graduation and made friends who would be able to get him some booze. After having his first taste of alcohol, he's gone crazy with partying and even drinks when it's still broad daylight outside. Partying? Him? Don't you know, it's the seemingly nerdy and harmless ones who are up to no good? Well, sometimes at least. Come on, Nico, let's go. Don't you want to know if I'm right? Who knows, maybe we'll even be offered an invitation to one of those parties. I tug on his shirt sleeve pleadingly with one hand, and the other hand I use to point to Leon, who's nearly out of sight. Are you really going to turn down this opportunity for something interesting? You, of all people? At the sight, Nico begins walking at a faster pace. There is no denying I was pretty bored, and we're going the same direction anyway. Besides, I have a feeling we might stumble across something interesting. My senses are tingling. He does have a knack for finding trouble. I can feel my grin growing wider. But it's not because of you that changed my mind, okay? It's just, I realized that I had this feeling in my gut. I simply nod with a Cheshire smile on my face. And so the unstoppable duo began on their dastardly plan to pursue the target, Leon, in secret and bring the cold, hard truth to the light. It looks like he's seeing a ghost, dude. Unfortunately, the two of us finished our popsicle in less than 5 minutes, and the coolness they offered was incredibly fleeting. The sun continues with its torture once again, and I surely considered retreating to Sevens, where air conditioning had been on full blast. Despite the heat that feels hot enough to boil the cement on the sidewalk, a few people are still walking around in this shopping district. Every one of them seemed exhausted, lifeless even. Man, I really hope wherever Leon is going has air conditioning. I should stop thinking about the heat. That's how it always gets to you. It'll be funny if it turns out he's just heading to the library. But it'll be even funnier if it turns out that he really is drunk. Truth be told, a part of me believes that might be the case, but there's also a part of me that believes it'll be different. Do you think we should go up to him and ask if he's okay? He shrugs a bit. No, but if I were him and in a drunken daze, I wouldn't want anyone to know to see me in broad daylight. Especially when I'm underaged. That reminds me. Remember the time on April Fool's Day in 7th grade when we bent some of the legs on the wooden chairs in the classrooms that once people sat on them, the chairs would collapse beneath them? Oh, and then that nerdy looking guy who was always alone. What was his name again? I actually don't remember this so well. His name was Christopher, I think. Yeah, and then Christopher sat on one of those chairs just before class began. Then BAM! He fell on the ground, along with his backpack, and his stuff was falling everywhere. Really, all that was in his backpack, though, was just a blue bowl and a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, well, we all knew what he was doing during his lunch breaks then, didn't we? That's kind of funny. The big mystery in our class was solved at last, and I'm pretty sure he found some company to join him in his hobbies after the incident. On top of that, we got the school to finally replace those old rickety chairs with new plastic ones. It feels so nice to be working for the good of others, am I right? Yep, humbly working behind the scenes for the benefit of all. We never were caught, were we? Hey, we're losing Leon. I love how it bubbled away. If we're going to tail him, we better keep up. Oh yeah, let's go. With that, we continue tailing Leon in hopes of satisfying our curiosity. Wait, scratch that. Not to just satisfy our curiosity, but also to make sure that he wasn't going to be in any trouble. It's a subtle but very important detail, okay? Where are we going, bro? It's like we're in a back alley. Leon is walking at a pretty slow pace, making it easy for us to keep him in sight. Surprisingly, we haven't been found out yet. He hasn't looked behind himself once the entire time we've been walking a short distance behind him. Well, actually, it's no surprise, seeing as how he's been preoccupied with having a conversation with himself the whole time, mumbling something softly. It's not conspicuous. But okay. If you don't pay attention to him, he's gotten only a couple of odd glances from people walking by him so far. Maybe he's not drunk, and this is just how he copes with stress, by talking with himself? But the slight swaying of his body with each step is definitely cause for concern. Is he even aware of where he's going? Indeed, we're no longer en route to home. En route to home anymore. And contrary to my expectations, we're not heading to the library, but to the shadier parts of town, the ghetto. As expected, even during the day, there's no one roaming the streets here, save for a homeless man on the corner of a street. Seriously, what business could he have here? Hey, I think we should stop him. He might enter dangerous territory without knowing it. Yeah, okay. The two of us quicken our pace to catch up to him, but not before he disappears behind a building. Oh hey, he's turning into that alleyway. We trail after him, trying to be as discreet as possible. That's the cutie that I saw, and I was like, oh man, I want him. Nico and I stop behind the staircase of a rundown building. He doesn't look as scared anymore. The shadow the building casts makes for a great hiding spot. As we quietly position ourselves to keep out of sight, Leon approaches a young, taller man whom I've never seen before. On the guy's head is a mass of long, silky black locks that look almost purple in the sun. The type of hair I'm sure many girls would die to have. Nah, man. I would like a guy to have that. Because I don't know his name, I suppose I refer to him as a blackhead in my head to simplify things. I mean, a fancy term like Ravenet, it just doesn't seem to suit him at all. In fact, it feels outright wrong. Nico turns to me and whispers, well, you've got what you were looking for, right? It seems like something interesting is about to go down. I whisper back, yeah, but it appears that your spidey senses were on the right mark. I mean, why else would Leon, of all people, be in an alleyway by himself? Could this be a drug exchange we're about to witness? There are a few seconds of intense staring back between the two of them before they begin talking. We're barely in earshot, but I think we can manage to piece together what they say. I've done what you asked. Good. Now you can die. What? The blackhead takes out an object from his jacket. The evening sunlight shimmers on a silver blade. It's a knife. An actual knife. We stumbled upon a potential murder scene. Oh no, I didn't know there was like time action. This is bad. This is really bad. Leon's in danger. Leon's in danger. If I don't do something, he's done for. Hey, stop! My leg starts to dash toward them. Oh, even if I stepped in, he would have died. But like Nico said in the convenience store, I'm too slow. I don't make it in time. The unknown man steps right up to Leon. Immediately after, Leon groans in pain and falls to his knees. I watch with bated breath as his small back slumps forward. Leon? I rush to him, kneel on the ground beside him, and take my shoulder and shake his shoulder, not take my shoulder. Shake his shoulder a bit. His body slumped forward so much that I can't see his face. But what I do know is that he isn't responding to me at all. My hand quickly moves to the back pocket of my pants. Crap! I don't have my pepper spray on me. I usually make sure to bring it whenever I go out at night or am planning to stay out until late. However, this time the trip to the convenience store was completely spontaneous and I was expecting to head straight home after. Ugh, no use making excuses now. I need to play it off. You! I say in a loud voice, trying to seem as intimidating as possible. I'm hoping to attract attention from nearby pedestrians. I already called the police here a while ago, so I'll be coming for you any second now. Come on, just run away. I hear a flurry of footsteps coming in from behind me. Oh, whoa! You're not getting away with this! Nico rushes at the man. From what I can conjecture, Nico's current plan is to try to take the murderer by surprise, knock him down and pin him to the floor so that I can safely call the police. However, the murderer deftly avoids Nico's attempted tackle. As a result, Nico loses his balance. Alright, they're in place. What? Oh, gosh darn it! All of a sudden, my mouth is sealed by some type of cloth. Everything happens so quickly that I can barely process what's going on. This can't be. I try to hold my breath. I stare in astonishment as the unknown man nimbly steps behind Nico and puts him in a chokehold. Nico tries his best to struggle free, but by the looks of it, he'll soon lose consciousness. I mean, I'm about to too, so okay. This is bad news. My body forces me to take a breath, although it is against my will. While my body can still move, I elbow Leon in the chest and try to struggle free as hard as I can, but it seems like he's holding on to me for dear life. Too quickly, the anesthetic takes hold of my body and my senses grow numb. Leon takes the opportunity to mutter something in my ear. Hold me, Chico. Please don't make this difficult. I didn't want to go to this extent, but you couldn't cooperate otherwise. As if I would cooperate with whatever you're doing. But despite my anger, I notice myself becoming limp. My body feels like lead. Heavy. So heavy. Just what the heck is going on? What's this? Oh, was this a setup? Shoot. Losing consciousness. Bye. I'm out. You keep rubbing your chest. I think there's a bruise. She wouldn't go down without a fight, as expected. It looks like she won't wake up without a fight as well. I'm sure she'll wake up very soon. I've given her precisely the correct dosage for someone her size. Where am I? I hear some faint voices vaguely around me, but it's difficult to open my eyes. I think I'll stay like this for a while. Their darkness is not so uncomfortable. Sorry. I'm sorry? I feel something touching my face. Hello? Touching my face. Huh? Where am I? What happened? Ugh. My head feels groggy. My blurry vision takes a while to correct itself. I told this as soon as my brain registered that Leon had been kneeling right in front of me. However, there's something restraining me. I look down to discover there are thick ropes wrapping my wrists and ankles against a metal chair. I can't even move an inch. When Leon notices that I'm conscious, he stands up and takes a couple of steps back. Alright, I had to deal with these two jerks. Oh, I didn't notice his hair was a little long. Once my eyes have had the pleasure of being greeted by the two people I didn't want to see the most, the events leading up to this moment all rush back into my mind. She's finally awake. Jerk number one. I quickly scan my surroundings for an escape route. I spot a door in the corner of the room on the left, but it's definitely more than just a few feet away. Nico is nowhere to be seen, however. Did he manage to get away? More likely, though, they've moved him away to a different room or something. As for where am I, it appears that I'm in an abandoned warehouse of some sort. Orange-red sunlight pours in through the broad windows, giving the room an ethereal glow, not infernal, which is a stark contrast to the grim situation I've gotten myself into. Yep, this is totally a kidnapping attempt. As soon as the realization dawns on me, my face twists into a scowl at the two standing in front of me. But with a deep breath, I will myself not to lash out in unbridled fury. Yet. Oh! Did I keep you two gentlemen waiting for me to wake up? Even though you were the ones who knocked me out in the first place. My tone of voice is dripping with venomous sarcasm. In short, yes. We had been discussing about whether or not we should forcibly wake you up. Luckily for you, we didn't have to resort to any of the ideas. The unknown man speaks in a matter-of-fact voice with a completely straight face. He is the same person who managed to pull a very, very convincing act of stabbing someone in cold blood. The cruel, murderous glint in his eyes that time is not something that can easily be feigned. Even now, just being in the same room with him keeps me on edge. Ideas, he said. I wonder what the two of them had in mind. A slight chill runs down my spine as I think about the things they could have done to me while I was unconscious. Ryan is just joking. Joking? I must have missed the funny part. My attention shifts to jerk number one. As I thought, he looked completely okay. At least, no stab wounds. This was a setup, no doubt about it. I now regret trying to help him at all. What in the world was I thinking? Nothing good ever comes out of me trying to do good, as far as I can remember. I would have been better off minding my own business and messing around elsewhere. No kidnapping involved, just laughs and giggles. Jerk number one fidgets under my silent glare until I heave a dramatic sigh of disappointment. To think I even tried to help you, jerk. I've always had a feeling you were more than what you appear, but I never would have guessed that you were into things like this. I should have left you alone like I had always done to spare myself all this trouble. To my surprise, my words appear to have hit a nerve. He suddenly looks hurt, distressed even. No, you're wrong. Just don't understand. Don't understand. You don't understand anything yet. I noticed trick number 2 casting number 1 a quick glance before number 1's mumbling starts trailing off. Seriously has some screws loose, it seems. Oh, we're gonna save right here, because my throat hurts really bad, and it's already been the 30-minute mark. But so far, this game gives me that mysterious, kind of scary vibe, because I wasn't expecting, the bloody hand in the beginning, and, like, the shaking of the screen with bloody red words. Yeah, I'm kind of getting scared, guys, and I don't like it very much. I don't like it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hello, beautifuls. This is Aromie here, and welcome back to Operation Future Domination. So, last episode, we were kind of like knocked out by some sleeping powder. I'm assuming it's sleeping powder. I don't know. Whatever it's in Leon's handkerchief or whatever he used. No, I think I understand very well that you guys are kidnappers. You're jumping to the wrong conclusions. We are no kidnappers. Oh, really? Then I suppose this is just some big-hearted attempt to throw me a surprise party, is it? I will do us all a favor and get the duct tape. Hold on, Ryan. Doing that won't exactly help our case. Jerk number 1 returns his attention to whom? I don't know why she's calling them jerk number 1 and number 2 when she knows their names. Listen, Michika, we have every intention to free you after we finish our business. We just need you to hear us out. Hear them out? It sounds like they need me for something, which comes as no surprise. They wouldn't have abducted me if they didn't have a use for me. I listened to what they had to say. I don't hear anything they have to say. Well, you might as well listen because they're going to tell you either way, so, you know. I wonder if I'll be dragged into some grand conspiracy. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad. In fact, it sounds thrilling, like a plot straight out of a mystery novel. If that's the case, then I probably won't be bored for a while, at least. You better do a good job explaining why the heck you've kidnapped me and taken me to wherever this is against my will. We need you to wake up. Oh, that seems easy enough. Wait, huh? Not sure if you realize this yet, but I am awake, though. Ryan, please use more words next time. Anyone will be confused without context. It was a test to see if she would give herself away. Jerk number 2 narrows his eyes as he studies my face intensely. But it's still too soon to say for sure. Give myself away? What does he mean by that? As I mull over his last few words, number 2 makes an attempt to elaborate on what he had said. You need to wake up from this dream. My eyes shoot wide open. This is a dream? Maybe it is, considering the way I was roped into their kidnapping plan, so laughably absurd. It's just, he reminded me of... Whoa, stop right there. Now's not the time to board that train of thought. I look back up at my abductors, only to see jerk number 2 lowering his gaze to the floor in deep thought like I had. Maybe dream isn't the right word. Curse feels more appropriate. Now he's talking about a curse? This is all starting to sound like nonsense. I don't understand. Curse? Like the works of voodoo or magic? The stranger lets out a short but audible breath while the other shakes his head. Unfortunately, it seems to have confused her. Jerk number 2 shrugs his shoulders slightly. I was trying to find a way to ease her into the news, but it looks like it's backfired. Number 1 then approaches a chair I'm strapped onto. Once he's right in front of me, he kneels down until we are at about the same eye level. Michiko, you've been living the same summer over and over again nearly 1,000 times. Whoa, dude. Wow. 1,000 times? What? He continues to speak while peering into my widened eyes. The two of us have also been reliving the same summer endlessly, and we're sick and tired of it. We want you, the one responsible for this happening, to stop the agonizing cycle. This marks the end of the first demo. Oh crap, guys, I could have just put this in the last episode. A second demo will feature more story and introduce the in-game phone as well as other interactive elements. If you have enjoyed this demo, please keep in touch with the game development through social media or the official website. Feel free to give any feedback, blah 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 blah. Okay, okay. This is like that one game I played that I could have just finished off in the last episode. So, you know, I'm just gonna put it in the quote first unquote first episode and just combine it all together because this is awfully short. But this game does seem to be interesting. I love the mystery theme behind it, like the fact that I've been stuck here for thousands of years or what nonsense. That's pretty insane. She had questions that we could have answered. I kind of forgot them all, but I remember one saying the heat wave, if we like, if we liked it or not. I liked the effect, but it did give me a headache after like a couple like seconds looking at it. I couldn't handle the effects. It just made my eyes hurt really bad. I don't know, but then again, my eyes are quite sensitive, so that's one thing. The text boxes I don't mind too much because I know some people had problems with it, like they didn't like how it changed suddenly, but I thought it was solid. Like you could tell what each box is, like the rectangles were like them saying something, and then the bubbles obviously is their thoughts. The only problem I have is probably the font. I don't really like the font of it that's used as a text. It just doesn't look that good to me. But again, this is in demo. The art is beautiful. I love it, especially this cover art here. It's very different, and I like how there's like an after effect behind the character. Like each one had their own different colors, so I really like that. I cannot wait for this game to be, I guess, a second demo to come out or an official release. I don't think there's a date yet, but for those that want to play this game and play it for themselves, the link is always in the description box. Tell me who would you guys go after, because I believe those are the 3 guys that are our choices. Obviously, you guys know me, I will definitely go for Ryan because he is up my alley. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this demo. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in a next one.